Okay, so these are the inelastic collision problems that Coach Pfaff posted on the 8th, on Monday, that I didn't get a chance to do yesterday. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the elastic, and I'm going to do a chart. Basically, inelastic is when two objects start apart and then they end together. And you can see that in the formula. And so I'm going to have cart A and cart B. But then let me do that differently. They start apart, but then they end together. So the bottom part here, the after part, will be just one lump of information instead of two separate ones like you do with the elastic. So it says a cart of mass 5 kilograms moves to the right at 7, collides with a cart of mass 3 kilograms that's moving to the left, so -3 meters per second. Two carts stick together after they collide, and so we're going to do 5 plus 3 for the mass after, so that will be 8. What is the velocity of the two carts after the collision? So we want to know the velocity. All right, so m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equals m1 plus m2 v. So right here, I'm going to put for the first section, so it's going to be 5 kilograms and 7 meters per second. And right here is what's going to be the second one, 3 kilograms and -3 meters per second. And then the mass of both, so 5 plus 3 v. And so do 5 times 7 is 35 plus a -9. And then 5 plus 3 is 8, 8v. All right, so 35 minus 9 is 26 equals 8v divided by 8 is 3.6 meters per second. Okay, number 2, a 4 kilogram fish. So we have a fish. And let's see, attacks another fish. All right, so the mass of this one is 4. The mass of this one is 4. And then at the end of the collision, their mass together will be 4 plus 4, which is 8. All right, so then there's a velocity of the first one swims to the right at 4, is attacking a fish, moving to the right at 1. And then it wants to know the velocity of both of those together. Okay, so m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equals m1 plus m2 v. So then we would say 4 times 4 plus 4 times 1 equals 4 plus 4v. So 16 plus 4 equals 8v. 20 equals 8v. Divide 8. Make sure his answer's right. So you get 2.5 is what I'm getting. So I don't know that that's right. Let me read it again. Okay, a 4 kilogram fish swims to the right at 4. Attacks a 4 kilogram fish moving to the right at 1. Okay, I didn't do any math wrong, did I? 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 1 is 4. 16 plus 4 is 20. 4 plus 4 is 8. All right, I think he had his answer choice wrong. All right, or his answer wrong. So I'm getting 2.5. All right, number 3, an 8 kilogram car moves to the right at 2 meters per second. So we have a cart and another cart. So cart A and cart B. This is before and after. All right, so before we have an 8 kilogram car moving to the right at 2 meters per second and a 6 kilogram car moving to the left, so that's going to be a negative 6 meters per second. So we have 8 plus 6 for the mass, and it wants to know the velocity after. m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equals m1 plus m2 v. All right, so we've got 8 and 2 plus 6 and negative 6, and then 8 plus 6 v. So 8 times 2, 16, plus 6 times 6, 36, a negative 36. 8 plus 6 is 14 v. So 16 plus negative 36 is negative 20 equals 14v. Divide 14 by both sides. Negative 20 divided by 14 is negative 1.4. And again, I think that's a wrong answer. Okay, number 4. So we have cart A and cart B. And then we have after, so mass, velocity, mass, velocity. The mass of cart A is 4, moves to the right at 3. Mass of cart B is 5, moves to the left at 5. So that'd be negative 5. They stick together, so I'm going to do 4 plus 5, and then we want to know the velocity after. m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equals m1 plus m2 v. So we're going to look at the first box, so 4 and 3 plus 5 and negative 3 equals 4 plus 5 v. So 12 plus negative 15 equals 9v. Okay, 12 plus negative 15 should be negative 3 equals 9v. Divide 9 by both sides. Negative 3 divided by 9 is velocity equals negative 0.33 meters per second. So, wrong answer. All right. 5, a 4 kilogram cart moving to the left. All right, so cart A, cart B, mass, velocity, and then the after is going to go under there. All right, the first one is 4, and it's moving to the left at 3, so negative 3. Hit from the rear by a 5 kilogram car moving to the left at 5, so that's negative 5. And then we'll have 4 plus 5 for the mass, and it wants to know the velocity of both of those after. m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equals m1 plus m2 v. So I'm going to look at this first box first. So 4 and negative 3 plus 5 and negative 5 equals 4 plus 5v. So negative 12 equals, oops, not equals. Negative 12 plus negative 25 equals 9v. Negative 12 plus negative 25 is negative 37 equals 9v. Divide 9. Oh, not negative, sorry. Divide 9 by both sides and get negative 37 divided by 9 is negative 4.1. So this is correct. Negative 4.1 meters per second. All right, that's it for that.